Hey, David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is well, and I hope your guitar journey is going famously. And today I have a lesson for you where we're going to do some bar chord substitutions. You're probably running into some bar chords in certain songs right now, and you're really stoked because you want to play the song, but maybe you're not up to that point in your guitar journey where you can play bar chords. Maybe you're working on them. And you know, bar chords are one of the most challenging things for guitar players, and everyone struggles with them when they're learning guitar. So you are not alone if you are struggling with bar chords. They are challenging. I mean, nobody just ever walked up to a guitar, picked it up, and played an F chord, right? Impossible. So it takes time, it takes diligence, it takes practice. But while you're working on your bar chords, what we could do is we can learn some chord substitutes that you can substitute for those certain bar chords, so they will allow you to continue on in learning some fun songs and continue having fun on the guitar as you're getting proficient or as you're learning bar chords. You're probably coming across chords in your guitar journey or certain songs right now that have like a B minor in them, right? That's a real common one, and every time you probably see a song and it comes to B minor, you're like, fuck that, and you're like, I'm not going to play that song, right? Well, now you don't have to do that because I'm going to show you some substitutes. Or like you probably come across like F sharp or F sharp minor or C sharp minor or some other chords that you really can't finger in the open position. So they have to be played with bars, or we're going to do substitutes using power chords and fifth chords, and we'll do some pseudo chords that sound really good that will work in their place. If you have a second, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps us to keep bringing the content, and we appreciate it when you do that. You know, thank you so much. Leave a comment in the boxes below, and let us know what you're looking for lesson wise, or let us know how you like this lesson, or what you would like to see. You know, we'll get some dialogue going. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. We really appreciate that. Let's first look at a substitute you could use for like a B minor chord. Okay, so we're going to play with our first finger on the A string at the second fret. That's a B note. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to play these two notes. So first finger, second fret on the A string, and then take your third finger and stretch. Keep your wrist down, by the way. Don't get your wrist up here. Notice what that does to the shoulder too. When you bring the wrist up, the shoulder comes up and it puts you in this weird position that you don't want to be in playing guitar. It should flow very naturally, right? Okay, third finger on the D string on the fourth fret on that F sharp note. And just play those two notes. That is a B5 chord, or B fifth, or you might have heard it called a B power chord. Those are fifth chords because you're just playing the root and the fifth, right? Technically, here's the B minor. I'm barring my first finger across all the strings, right? That's tricky at first, so you could substitute this. It gives that essence or that flavor. Or if you can, put your third finger right below the pinky on the G string, fourth fret. That's just repeating the B note, right? The octave. That's still a B fifth, B power chord, but it sounds a little fuller when you get the three notes in there. So for now, when you come across a B minor chord, try playing this B fifth chord, B power chord. And hey, if you want some help, by the way, with your bar chords, like the technique of playing the bar chords is so important, the fret hand position. I have critical tips that will help you with that, and things that will really make the bar chord journey easier, and exercises, and I'll send you all those in a free video lesson. All you have to do is just click the link below in the YouTube description box, and I'll send you the free video lesson on bar chords and bar chord techniques and bar chord changing, and along with my ebook. I'll send you both of those for free. When you're playing these chords on the fifth string root, you always want to let that first finger spill over, and you could see it in I'll put a close up there. You want to let that first finger spill over to mute out the low E string, because you don't want to have to, you know, not hit it. And hitting it really muddies the chord up. But notice if I just let that first finger just touch it, that's the sound you want, because that won't be heard over the chord. And I'm striking it, you just won't hear it. So you want to do that for all your fifth string root power chords, because this is movable. You know, You can play power chord. You can go to the 4th fret on the C sharp when you see a C sharp chord and substitute the power chord. And it's the same shape, the same configuration, the same voicing, right? The same chordal voicing that we were doing on the B5 because it's movable and now it's a C sharp 5. Or on a B flat, 1st fret on the A string, B flat 5. B flat power chord, right? And you could practice, you know, moving that around. B5, C sharp 5, B flat 5, B5. 2nd fret, 4th fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret. And notice when I move that, this does not come out of position, right? I'm keeping that same shape and I'm just kind of sliding it on the strings. That's real important for good chord changing technique. If you don't have to move the fingers, the fret fingers, don't move them. Don't take them out just to put them back together in the same position, right? So, you know, practice moving it around. Get comfortable with it. If you want to make that chord sound even a little bit closer to a B minor, you could play this chord. That's a B minor at 11. So what I'm doing here, again, I'm not barring. None of these are bar chords. Take now that 5th chord, B5. Now add your 2nd finger to the B string on the 3rd fret. That's a D note. That's in a B minor chord. Remember our B minor. This chord. Now what we're doing is we're playing 4 notes and the open E string. So that sounds really close. Get a little different flavor because it has the open E string, but that's okay. That's that added 11, that 4th. Notice the 1st finger is not barred flat. I'm hooking it because you might not have that strength yet to bar across all 5 and get them to ring true. So just hook it. All right, that's a really nice substitute for the B minor chord. Now, let's go up to the 6th string root off the low E string, like you've been seeing probably F sharp chords in songs, or F sharp minor, or G sharp, and you can't play those yet. 2nd fret is your F sharp note. Substitute the F sharp power chord, or F sharp 5th. It's the same shape you just learned playing the B5, but move it up. Everything up 1 string. So now you're playing the low E string at the 2nd fret, that's the F sharp. The A string at the 4th fret, that's our C sharp. And then the octave, the F sharp, at the 4th fret on the D string. So you get this. Here's the full F sharp bar chord. Here's the F sharp 5th, or power chord. So you get the flavor. So you could substitute that power chord, and you could substitute that when you see an F sharp major or an F sharp minor, because power chords technically aren't major or minor per se. It's how they're used, because they don't have a 3rd in the chord. Just a root and a 5th, and that 3rd usually points to whether a chord is more major or minor. If it's a major 3rd, it has like a root 3rd 5th is a major chord, or a minor chord is a root flat 3rd 5th. I don't want to get too much into the theory, but just so you know, I'd rather have you playing, listening to these chords, hearing how they substitute in the sounds, and having fun, and we'll do more theory later if you desire. Right? Now, if you want to make that chord sound a little hipper and whatnot, we're going to do the same thing we did kind of on that B minor shape where we added the 11th. Do that on the F sharp. So you're adding this time your 2nd finger to that 3rd fret on the G string, on the B flat note. That's a really super cool sounding chord. And I'm not again barring with the 1st finger, I'm hooking it onto that F sharp note. So you're playing these 4 strings fretted, top 4, and then open B and open high E. That's an F sharp 11, because we're adding a 4th in the key of F sharp, which is the B. We're adding that open B. So here's the F sharp bar. Here's the F sharp 11. So you can substitute that. It sounds kind of cool. And if you want a little exercise with that, just like go take you like an E major chord. Let's see if you can change that to that F sharp 11, or change it to just the F sharp power chord. Or try all 6 strings. Now this chord shape or voicing, right, where we're playing the high E open and the B open and playing the power chord and then adding that second finger, you could move that up to the 3rd fret to the G. And that's actually a G add 6. Don't let the chord names intimidate you. I'd rather just get you playing the chord and having fun, but that's a pretty chord. It's a nice one we could use for an exercise. There it is at the 2nd fret. Move it down to the 1st fret. So now this is an F note, 1st fret low E string, right? And then if you play, like if there's an F chord in a song, you could just play this F power chord, F 5th chord. Or you could try this, play the power chord, 1st finger on the F note, 1st fret low E, 3rd finger, 3rd fret A, 4th finger, 3rd fret D string, and then drop that 2nd finger down to the A note on the 2nd fret of the G string, then high B and high E open. Listen to this chord. That's an F major 7 sharp 11 chord, right? Kind of a tongue twister, but I love that chord. It's beautiful. And you could substitute that for your F chord, and it'll work. It won't sound exactly right, these chords, like in the songs, but it'll be pretty darn close, and close enough to allow you to continue to practice and push yourself in playing harder songs until you're ready to take on the full bar chords. So if you want a little exercise, just go from that G add 6 to that F sharp 11 to that F major 7 sharp 11, and maybe end it with an E minor. Or if you want to add, make this chord kind of cool and different, add your 3rd finger to the high E string on that F sharp note. That's kind of like an E minor add 2. And I like different sounding chords and chords that'll help get your fingers more dexterous by using fingers you're not used to using, like on an E minor chord, right? And they sound great. So just try to play that change with just an easy strum pattern. So there's some chord substitutes that you can use to keep your guitar journey going forward and learning songs using, power chords and 5th chords substituted for bar chords, as well as using these, what I call these pseudo bar chords, where we're hooking our finger and playing open strings, right? And getting neat sounding fun chords without playing bar chords, right? So give them a try. See how you like them. Put them in your songs. Practice those progressions. Remember to, for bar chord techniques and bar chord help, click on that link below. I'll send you a free video lesson and a free ebook that'll really help you along your bar chord journey. It's a great lesson. Get into all kinds of bar chord changing techniques and exercises too, right? Also subscribe to the channel. That's really important, and that really helps us keep the content coming. Leave a comment below. We so appreciate it. I'm David Taub, co-creator of Next Level Guitar. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for viewing these lessons and your support over the years. We so appreciate it, and I'm so happy to continue to bring you the best possible lessons, and I hope they really help you along your guitar and your musical journey. Check out the other links I'll put below. Be friends with us on Facebook. I'll put a link or an address if you want to have any questions. You can email us. We're available. We're here to help. right? So remember, stay positive. Keep putting in that guitar in your hands every day, even if it's for just a few 20-minute slots or 15-minute slots during the day. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. I'll see you in the next lesson.